welcome back to my channel. So today's video we are going to talk about fitness myths. So I have 10 and if you're interested then make sure you keep on watching until the end. Number one is, I think, a very common myth, like people, mainly girls, they think if you want to have a bigger bum, because obviously now the slim thick is a big fashion in terms of a body shape. So a lot of girls are starting to squat like crazily, and then all they do is squatting. So I think with that, well, you need to have nice thighs as well to have a nice shape. But while squatting, you're not going to grow your bum, your glutes. All you're gonna have is a little bit bigger and like nicer shaped legs, basically. So if you want to have a bigger bum, then you need to start to do glute isolation exercises, which are mainly focusing on your bum. So like you have to do glute bridges, you have to do Romanian squats, you know, those like little exercises when you're on your knees and then you're lifting your legs to the side and to the back. So those are really good. Kickbacks on a cable are really good. So make sure that you're focusing on your bum and your glute muscle and don't squat. You're just gonna have nicer legs. Well, I mean, if you want to have nicer legs, then yeah, go to squat. Combine all these things together and then you got to go. Okay, number two, how to get a six-pack, and I can just get that in a gym. So that really annoys me sometimes, because people think if they do like 10,000 sit-ups, they're gonna have a six-pack, but then their diet is horrible. They normally say like abs made in the kitchen, and it's really true because everything goes to that area. So if you start drinking a beer, if you have a lot of carbs like breads and things like that, which, I mean, you need to have carbs, don't get me wrong, but if you have too much of that, that's all going to the middle area, water tension, everything. So if you want to have a six-pack, you need to have a really clean diet. And also, yeah, you need to do the sit-ups and the exercises for your stomach, but all they're going to do is they're going to shape the muscle, but they're not going to get rid of the fat, if that makes sense. Okay, and if we're there, number three is, so a lot of people start pinching after Christmas. Oh yeah, I put on some weight here, I want to get rid of it. And that's one of the biggest myths in fitness, where people think that you can just think about an area and then just while say like doing the sit-ups, you can lose weight from there, or doing arms, you can lose your bingo wings. You cannot do that. It's just same way as you can decide where to put the weight on, you cannot decide in your head where you want to get rid of it. So always make sure that if you want to lose weight in a certain area, you just have to go into the deficit, and then you lose weight all over. So as a female, if you don't want to get rid of your bum and your breast, unfortunately those are the things that go the first for me, and stomach is the last. Then we got the next one, which is going to the gym for strength training. So lots of people say if you want to do strength, you have to go to the gym, which is again a myth. Body weight exercises are like, your body is a weight as well, so you can do strength training while doing pull-ups, for example. Then you're giving the strength to your upper body to be able to pull you up. Press-ups, you know, dips, all these things, like you can do it without going to the gym. Next one is girls think that you cannot do weight training because you're a girl. So that's very common in girls. Like I get that all the time from clients, that they think just because they are female they can't do weight training because they're gonna bulk up, they're gonna look like a guy. Hormones are different. Guys look big and and muscular because they have testosterone, they build more muscles quicker, and then obviously size wise as well. Like girls, I mean, if that's your goal, then go for it. But if you look at the bodybuilder girls, they train really different, and also they take in stuff sometimes, and their body fat is literally like 10% or something like that, which obviously if you have a very low body fat, then your period's gonna stop. So yeah, it's not the healthiest thing to do. We say like bodybuilding and stuff like that is really, really not healthy. It's actually very beneficial for females to do weight training because you can make everything stronger, and then say in terms of like getting problems, bone problems and things like that. For example, like osteoporosis and things like that, you make your body stronger, and then you're not going to get problems as easily when you get older. Okay, next one is muscle weighs more than fat. So that's a very common thing, and I sometimes still like get confused in my head and I say that, and then obviously have to correct myself. Muscles are just more dense than your fat. Okay, and next one is cardio in terms of weight loss. So a lot of people think if you want to lose weight, you have to go crazy with cardio, you have to go running all the time, you have to be jumping around. Yes, you need to raise your heart rate up. If you have a different goal, cardio is not the way, because it starts to make your body eat your own muscle tissues, so you're going to reduce your muscles. So if you want to tone up, you want to have, you know, all these nice muscles and everything, then do cardio sometimes, but don't do too much cardio because you're going to start eating your muscles away. Also, if you're constantly doing cardio and nothing else, then your body slows down your metabolism as well. If you want to lose weight, then you just have to be in a calorie deficit and make sure that you eat, basically. If you're not sure what that means, then you just need to eat less calories than what you burn. Okay, our next one is stretching. Stretching is very, very important. I do believe we should stretch every morning and every night, because if you think about it, all night you are most of the time in the same position. So I think your body gets very tense and like very, very tight everywhere. So I think we should start with a stretch every morning, and then I think we should stretch in the end of the day, because you use your body all day, and that's how people create postural problems when you're like sitting in the office all day and then you're not moving your body, or I don't know, standing in retail and then your lower back gets really painful, and then calves get really tight and everything. And it doesn't have to be a long stretch, you just need to stretch, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, just a little quick one with everything. So the myth is that you need to stretch before your workout in terms of injuries. So you're not going to get injured if you do stretching, which is kind of is a weird one, because you do need stretching, but there's different type of stretching. You've got static stretches and dynamic stretches, which I'm probably going to make a video in the future about. So like explaining to you what the stretches are and then what the difference, and then when you need to do them. So with the static stretches means that you just you get into a position like triceps, for example, and then you just hold it for 30 to 40 seconds, or you can do your shoulders, etc. So those are the static stretches, what gives you a bit more flexibility. And then you have the dynamic ones when you like move around, you know, like you go swing your legs a little bit, and then there's like lots of different ones. So those are the ones you have to do before your workout to warm your muscles up in terms of the injuries. If you do the static stretches when you hold in a position, that means that you make your muscles too flexible, and then if you're gonna perform strength training or anything, your muscles are too loose to be able to do that, and then you actually might have an injury. Training in the morning. So there's like lots of people think that you have to train in the morning in terms of getting better results. Again, it depends on what your goal. So if you want to lose weight, then yes, that's probably the best part of the day to do the workout. So if you look at like fasting, because obviously you're waking up, you have not eaten all day, and then if you go to the gym and then you start to work out straight away without having a breakfast, so you just have something little, like you kind of still in the fasting period. And then if you do your workout, then all your body's gonna do is eating the body fat you have. So that's a good one when you're trying to lose weight. But if you have a general goal, or you have strength or anything like that, it doesn't really matter when you working out. The only thing matters is make sure that before you work out you don't fatigue yourself with the day, so like with work, for example, or anything like that. Okay, and we are at our last one. So a lot of people think that you can turn your body fat into muscle, and then the other way around as well, which is the biggest thing, like myth ever. You have muscles which are attached to your bones, and then you have the fat which is on top of your muscles. So you cannot, that muscles have muscle cells fat has fat cells. So what you can do is grow your muscles with strength training and then lose your body fat from top of your muscles, if that makes sense. So best example is your stomach. So as I said earlier, that you cannot do a lot of sit-ups and then get rid of that. In terms of like muscles and fat, like what you can do is doing the exercise when you burning more calories than what your body needs, if that makes sense. You're burning more calories and then obviously starting to lose the fat from the top of your muscle, and then when you do strength training and then you're building the muscle, then because there's not much fat on top of it anymore, it's going to show off better. So that's why like a lot of guys, for example, when they're younger, they're very like shredded and very nice, you know, they all got six packs and they don't even do anything. Like everyone has a six pack, but there is a coat on top which is covering it. So yeah, so that's like, you cannot turn fat into muscle or muscle into fat. That was it from me for today. I hope you liked these 10 myths I was telling you. I might make a different episode with this where I talk about other things. So there's a lot of different myths people think are true and then like they carry on doing, and then it's, you know, so I might make different ones where I actually maybe like concentrate more on, like, say for example, like squats, for example, what people do and what they shouldn't and what they think they have to do, and then things like that. So I might be a bit more specific in terms of the video, but I hope you liked it. If you have any tips for me, anything, maybe like you have different myths you can think about and you want to let me know, then make sure you leave it down in a comment. And yeah, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe if you like my content. I really would like you to have in the little family we have here. And then yeah, and other than that, I'll probably see you in the next time. Bye, see you guys.